All right, we're here at the Bradley Manning Awareness Protest, and I just ran into a guy who claims to be more liberty than, yes, Amy Klobuchar, and more liberty than Kurt Bills. So why don't you introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about who you are and why you're here.
Okay. Well, hey, thank you for letting me talk here. My name is Michael Cavlan, and I'm very proud to be the actual true Liberty candidate in the United States Senate race here in Minnesota 2012. The reason I'm here is because for those of us who understand the issues of Bradley Manning and what he is and what he stands for and everything that's going on behind him is Bradley Manning, not only does he need to be released from jail, but the guy who helped put him there, President Barack Obama himself, needs to be in jail and incarcerated along with his buddy that he protected, President George Bush, for continuing the war crimes of the Bush administration. That's yours, in liberty and justice.
Now, why don't you explain a little bit, I guess, about your process and how you found yourself more than just the average person who tunes in, maybe tells his friends about what's going on, you know, tell us about how you got involved and all that. So.
Well, okay, and in fact, actually, this is actually a very specific message to the Liberty movement, which I think you guys will understand. As somebody who was raised as a Catholic in Northern Ireland, I understand exactly how important the Second Amendment is. I am a hunter. I hunt. The Second Amendment of the Constitution has not been put in place to protect hunters' rights or allow you to have a shotgun. The Second Amendment of the Constitution is there to protect the First Amendment, and the First Amendment is under attack. Make of that what you may.
Very good. I can agree with you there.
I thought you would. I thought you would.
How's the process been as far as getting a constituency active to support you? And has it been a very recent endeavor for you, or has it been something that you've been at for quite a while, or, you know, how's it been for you, and how's the energy been, you know? Has it been, you know, just gradually growing, or have there been lulls in the way, you know, come along, or how's that been?
I've been doing this a very, very long period of time, and it's been ups and downs. And what's deeply ironic is I find that, and I'm saying this as a peace activist, who has been pretty much ignored by a significant section of the so-called peace movement in Minnesota. I'm finding that the Ron Paul supporters who get what real liberty is and understand what Ron Paul's campaign for liberty really stood for, understood that the left and the right are being used to divide us as a people. And I say that as a very proud so-called lefty. It is our American rights is under attack. Our American Constitution, our American Bill of Rights, not the liberals, not the conservatives, but ours. And I will stand and fight for those rights for all of us.
Now, you've used the term lefty a few times.
Yes, I have.
Notice that you've used it in the past tense every time. Does that represent a change forever, or, you know, a complete change? Did you go into some kind of liberty cocoon and pop out the other side? How come always in the past tense?
No. Actually, I use the term past tense because I'm using the American understanding of the left, which is so completely contrary to what the real left actually stands for. I will say this, that I am who and what I am. Like me or love me, but I can tell you this, I will fight for your rights. I don't care who you are or what you are. I will stand for the rights of all Americans, all people here in Minnesota. And yes, even you, Kurt Bills, even though you won't debate.
That's fine.
Yet. You will debate.
That's where I was going next, was I like the mics in your hand. Whatever comes to mind, feel free to talk on that, but I was also going to question you on the Kurt, you know, you versus Kurt Bills I see as more of drawing from the, you know, the same pot basically of people, because I see a lot more liberty, quote unquote, liberty-minded people in the Kurt Bills camp than the Amy Klobuchar camp. That's the way I see it.
Yes, absolutely.
Pretty accurate, I would say.
Absolutely.
So, in a way, you and Kurt Bills are trying to say, I have the answer to liberty, I'm going in this direction, no, I'm going in that direction. Can you highlight some of the differences, and then you can plug some kind of, you know, plug your debate or whatever. I mean, you got the mic, talk about challenging them, talk about anything in this realm. That's what I'm interested in hearing you talk about.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, you know what, here's the thing. You know, and I'm going to make this not a personal attack upon Kurt Bills, but a reflection of him as an individual. Kurt Bills stabbed Ron Paul in the back when he endorsed Romney. He may want to pretend that's not the case. It's not. It's true. I have been a very, very proud supporter of Ron Paul's Campaign for Liberty for a very, very long period of time. And this is how I like to put it. I may lean to the left, but my rifle shoots plenty straight. That's yours. Justice and equality and liberty. Michael Cavlan for U.S. Senate.
I like that. That's very good. Do you want to say anything else on any sort of debate?
Oh, yeah. You know, when we talk about the issue of debates, and by the way, Kurt Bills is running around the country trying to get Klobuchar to debate, while refusing to include a real liberty candidate in that debate. If you are such a coward that you can only debate somebody as wimpy and whiny and pathetic as Amy Klobuchar, then what the hell does that term debate mean? Have a real debate, Kurt. Give me a call sometime. Cool. Cool. All right, man.